At the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix, the Formula One world witnessed something truly spectacular. It was the 27th lap, and Lando Norris had been on a relentless charge, climbing from his starting position of 10th all the way up to 2nd. Then came the pit stop that will be talked about for years. Norris veered to the right-hand side of the pit lane, where his car was quickly fitted with a fresh set of medium compound tyres. And by quickly, I mean lightning fast. In just 1.8 seconds, the team had pulled off the fastest pit stop in the history of Formula One. Incredible, right? This mind-blowing feat wouldn't have been possible without the razor-sharp precision of the F1 pit crew. While drivers and engine manufacturers often bask in the glory of victory, it's the pit crew who are the unsung heroes, or sometimes the unfortunate scapegoats, when things go wrong. These behind-the-scenes magicians play an even more crucial role in today's races.
Magic.
Especially with the limited overtaking opportunities stemming from changes to the cars that have experienced over the years. A good pit stop can be the secret ingredient that propels a team to the top of the podium. On the flip side, a poorly executed one often spells disaster, causing the driver to lose several positions and faces an uphill battle for the rest of the race. That's why the pit crew is just as crucial to an F1 team as the driver and the car. We all know what the driver does, and there's plenty of information about the car's engine and aerodynamics. But it's high time we shone a light on the duties of that third vital member of the F1 team, the pit crew. Have you ever wondered what happens during those lightning-fast pit stops in Formula One? Over 20 team members spring into action, working with almost robotic precision to service the car in less than 3 seconds. Beyond that, changing tyres, the crew is also responsible for repairing the front wing or nose if there's been a crash, but only after ensuring the car is safe to continue by checking the suspension and electrical components first. Who makes up the pit crew? The pit crew consists of the team's mechanics, who juggle these pit stop duties along with their regular responsibilities. Their roles during a pit stop are typically assigned based on physical attributes rather than specific expertise. For instance, jackmen are usually more robust and muscular to lift the car, while the wheelmen need to be nimble and quick to change the tyres efficiently. There is one exception, the chief mechanic. This key player, often called the lollipop man, stands at the front of the car, overseeing the entire procedure and controlling the release of the car once the pit crew have completed their tasks. To truly appreciate the flurry of activity during a pit stop, let's break down the roles and responsibility of each crew member, starting with the lollipop man. Arguably the most crucial and senior member of the pit crew, the lollipop man oversees the entire pit stop process. When the driver approaches, the lollipop man sprints to the front of the car holding a sign labelled brakes. This sign reminds the driver to keep his foot firmly on the brakes, ensuring the car doesn't move while the tyres are being changed. Once the tyres are replaced and any other necessary adjustments are made, the lollipop man flips the sign to first gear, signalling the driver to engage first gear. But the lollipop man's job isn't over yet. He then checks the pit lane for oncoming traffic to avoid any accidents before finally giving the driver the all clear to go. If the driver has entered the pits due to a penalty, such as a 10-second stop-go penalty, it's the lollipop man's responsibility to keep track of this time. Unlike the electronic pit lights, the lollipop man ensures that the penalty is correctly timed and served. Also, every pit crew has 2 jackmen, one at the front of the car and one at the back. Their job is to lift the car so the wheelmen can easily replace the tyres. Here's how they do it. As the car races into the pit box, the front jackman is already in position, standing ready with his jack. The moment the car stops, he swiftly places the jack under the front wing. Also, the rear jackman quickly moves to the back and positions his jack under the rear wing. Both jackmen then lean back together, lifting the car about 10 centimetres. This small lift is enough to give the wheelmen space to work. Once the tyres are changed, the jackmen gently lower the car back down to avoid any damage. But their job doesn't stop there. The front jackman must quickly move his jack out of the way so the driver has a clear path to leave. He uses a special swivel jack that he can easily turn aside. The rear jackman stays at his post, having a starter gun in case the engine stalls. If the car needs a quick restart, he's there to make it happen. What about those who change the tyres? Each F1 team assigns at least 3 crew members to each wheel. These are the wheelmen, the guys with the pneumatic guns in their hands, ready to make magic happen. As the car zooms into the pit box, the wheelmen are already in position, kneeling and ready for action. The moment the car stops, they spring into action. Each gunman places their pneumatic gun on the centre nut of their designated wheel. With a burst of torque, they remove the nut in a flash. Once the nut is off, the second crew member takes over. This person is already holding the wheel, and as soon as the nut is free, they swiftly remove the old wheel and signal the third member to fix the fresh tyre. The third member carrying the new tyre steps in. The new wheel is slightly rotated to align the nuts that control the front axle and brakes. This precise positioning is crucial. The gunman then reverses the rotation of the pneumatic gun, tightening the nut securely onto the axle. With the new tyre in place, the gunman raises his tool in the air, a signal to the lollipop man that the job is done. This synchronised effort ensures each wheel is changed in the blink of an eye, getting the car back on track without losing precious seconds. All this was done within 1.8 seconds by the McLaren crew during the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix. That is insane. So, are there any rules or regulations about the number of crew members involved in a pit stop? Not at all. Unlike other sports, Formula 1 has no restrictions on the number of crew members allowed during a pit stop. This means you'll find a fascinating array of extra crew members, each with a specific role to play. Some are stationed by the side pod entrances, ready to remove any track debris that might clog the radiators and cause overheating. Others handle visor duty, armed with a disinfectant-soaked cloth to clean the driver's helmet if any pesky substances land on it. And let's not forget the backup jackmen stationed at both ends of the car, ready to jump in if needed. These extra crew members always wait in the wings to ensure everything runs smoothly. They only step in when necessary, giving the primary pit crew ample space to perform their vital tasks efficiently. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can always watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.